welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Turtle Network. I'm your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today is.
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
The token lost one, Tarky.
And the blurred dawn of the Ville, the Todd Father.
Today we're going to be talking about the MCU's newest show, or I should say their next show. Once Loki wraps up, we've got a little break, and then they're bringing us What If, the MCU's first animated anything, truthfully.
Yeah. Yeah, it is right. It is their first animated anything.
It's both in the canon and not in the canon, since it deals with alternate realities. Since everything in this current phase is kind of tapping into that.
Yeah.
So they've released just earlier today. Released the teaser trailer for it. So we're going to go over that and kind of get our reactions, how hyped we are for it, what kind of stories we'd like to see, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure we'll complain about something. It is our nature. So, Danny, what did you think of the trailer?
I like the trailer. Animation looks real good. The voice acting is real strong. I mean, I'm sitting here on the IBDM webpage here and looking at all the characters that they got and the actors that they got to do them, and it's like, y'all just went and got everybody, didn't you? So it's pretty impressive.
That was supposed to be one of the major draws to it, was the fact that they were using the kind of established talent.
Yeah. Now, I know based on the thing, there's 11 episodes or 10 or 11 episodes. And right now they've got just like your baseline actors and characters listed up. And it does have Chadwick Boseman listed as one of the voice actors, but it doesn't specify how many episodes. Where right now they're kind of keeping it tight-lipped on who's on what episode. But everybody in the list has one episode listed down next to their name, except for Jeffrey Wright, who's doing the voice of the Watcher, and he's got 10 episodes down.
That's probably a hint as to how many there are then, because if he's doing the voice of Watu, then he should be in every one of them.
When you scroll down to
before we get into too much detail, though, let me get everybody else's opinion on the trailer.
Okay.
Taylor, what do you think of it?
I mean, it's very heavy in the action department, which is obvious. I enjoy the fact where they say everything's interchangeable, and then while doing that, they're like, well, I mean, Thor is always going to be there. Because they do the change where instead of the Avengers, it's the Guardians, except Thor is still there.
And I kind of pairing them up in the movies, at least for a short period of time.
Yeah, but I just kind of found that funny of like everything can be changed except Thor. Thor is always here. It's always catches me when there's like an immediate hypocrisy in a statement like that.
But said everything could change, not everything would change.
Yeah, but when you make a big statement like that, and you can point and go, but that guy's still there, and everything else changed. Not everything changed.
Maybe Thor's eternal. You don't know.
Right, but then he doesn't change. You say anything could change, not everything then, because everything didn't change. But anything could. It's just the fact that the statement was proven not the optimal way to say it immediately. Always catches me.
All right, Todd, what do you think?
Okay. I'm crazy about the art because I don't like the kind of digital drawing stuff. Especially after you look at something like Masters of the Universe Revelation and then go to this, it looked kind of shitty.
I'm kind of there with you.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of like the cell shaded kind of computer generated stuff. So, it as far as the art goes from it's like a meh. Maybe they went that way because you can capture the actor's likenesses better or something. I don't know, but I just never
I
been a
figure
fan
it's
of
the
that art
cheapest way to
style.
go.
Yeah, I'm just never a big fan of that art style. As far as the show itself, I hope I like it. You know, I love the What If comic books. Uh, always liked them growing up. Liked them more when I realized that hell it was not canon. It was like my favorite What If. I got it thinking that hell I didn't know hell. Yeah, I was like real little. I was like, oh, it's a cool Hulk book. Oh my god! You know, I read that and hell had nightmares after. It was like, man,
Oh,
Hulk killed everybody.
but that was a hallmark of the what ifs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like I said, when you're a little kid and you're in that age where it's just, ooh, mommy, it's a Hulk comic book. I want this, and you grab it, not knowing that, you know, it's some alternate reality, something. Yeah. And you get it, you know, he murders the Avengers and most of the Fantastic Four. That's a problem. But I did see Hulk hopping around there, and I ain't gonna lie. Hell, when I saw him, I'm like, please God, if you don't do but one thing, do What If the Hulk went berserk.
Yeah.
One, just so I can actually see an MCU Hulk that tore up some shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't completely sure that was Banner Hulk.
Shit, I don't really care.
Ah, fair enough.
I want to see a Hulk tear up some shit.
Yep.
But why would you want to see Hulk tear up shit where you can see Spider-Man's head in a jar?
Yeah, I did notice that. That's just weird.
Yeah, I've literally got it paused at minute 40, looking at it, going, "Why is Spider-Man's head in a jar?"
It's like I said, I'm curious to see what they'll do with it. I know they already saying they're gonna have a Marvel toy line, Marvel Legends toy line based off of it.
And it sounds like one I'd probably skip.
Yeah, I'm already predicting that the Build-A-Figure is probably gonna be Steve Rogers in the big Iron Man suit.
Oh, that's supposed to be who's in the big.
Yeah, that's Peggy Carter kind of Captain America, you know, where she got
Captain
dosed with the super soldier serum, and that's Steve Rogers in the mech,
Oh,
you know, in the Ironmonger looking mech.
okay.
I am slightly angry about the Captain Carter name
Wow.
because she said you can call me Captain Carter. Like the way she worded it was weird. I was like, couldn't you have just said you can call me Captain Britain or I am Captain Carter? Like it was just weird phrasing. Like it was a special title, like a superhero name. But that's just your rank and name.
Yeah.
Like she announced it like it was a hero name. But that's just her rank and name.
Kind of like they do Captain America later on. You know, Vision always calls him Captain Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't announce as Steve don't walk around going, you can call me Captain Rogers. He tends to go, I'm Steve.
It's just weird because she's got like the British flag on her, so I'm like, oh, it's a Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Well, they
Like
wouldn't
that-
call her that probably because Marvel's got a Captain Britain character.
Yes, yes. But it's
Even
what
what
if.
if you don't want but you don't want any confusion in this, if they're thinking about introducing Captain Britain down the line.
That's sure. They have been kind of lax with the British heroes. You got little Easter eggs, but yeah, I could see them not calling her Captain Britain.
I also like the fact that she's British, so she's got to have a sword.
Yeah.
I like the fact of it. She knows she's got to kill a motherfucker, so she has a sword.
Peggy was never hesitant about killing anybody in the books.
Hell, Peggy wasn't hesitant about killing anybody in the damn movies.
Yeah, but that's never been a problem with Peggy. Like, oh, I gotta smoke you like a pack of cools. All right.
His life.
Yeah, hell, the Peggy Carter TV show, she didn't hesitate to drop somebody. I'm like, oh, you a bad guy? Bang! All right.
Well, that's World War II. That's usually how you do it.
Well, even after it was post World War II, if she needed to drop somebody, yeah, she
Yeah, well, it was spy stuff at that point. So. But the Peggy Carter story looks all right. The what if Yondu kidnapped T'Challa instead of Peter Quill?
I don't know what the one that I'm actually kind of jazzed to see, if I'm jazzed for any of them, is the one Iron Man and Killmonger.
Yeah. I figure you got Killmonger running around as the Black Panther because, well, T'Challa's gone.
Now, what I've read of that one so far, no, he ain't the Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably still Shuri as Black Panther in that universe. Because in that time frame, they still wouldn't know that Killmonger. In the
That would be
family
early
line.
enough time wise. Yeah, Killmonger's just still doing his mercenary work or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Now he may wind up a war machine or trying to take Stark's tech to do, something with, but
which is what I've read about it. What I read about it is Killmonger is basically Rhodey in that story. The difference is where Rhodey is, just his military buddy. In T'Chaka is Tony's buddy from MIT. And that, yeah, he will eventually be some form of war machine. And they'll probably go attack Wakanda.
Yeah.
Because I don't think his motivations have changed.
Didn't look like it from the trailer.
And without Stark having like the, turnabout moment of having to pull shrapnel out of his chest and actually build the Iron Man suit, his penchant for building weaponry might not go away.
Yeah, that's what.
And you also have the thing of, remember, he was originally trying to give the Iron Man suit to Rhodey in the movie. Rhodey just didn't take it. He was like, oh, I got something. And, Rhodey's whole thing was, you got to keep building weapons. And he kind of talked himself out of getting that suit without realizing it. Because Stark didn't plan on flying it himself. He designed it for Rhodey. I can see him doing that with Killmonger, and Killmonger being like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got goals.
I got things I need to do.
I got goals. I got plans.
now some of the other ones we saw flashes, it looked like they were doing a version of Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about that one, but I'm sitting here going, yeah, but it's not going to be as horrific as it should be because it's on Disney.
Yeah. That will limit some of the blood and gore.
Saw Howard the Duck in the trailer. I'm curious where they're plugging him in.
To Howard the Duck.
Did he pop up twice?
His suit changed colors as a swipe happened, but he was in the
Oh.
same location, showing it was two different versions of him.
Oh, okay.
You got something with Doctor Strange.
Well, I think this whole thing is Doctor Strange being like tugged about in a multiverse.
Yeah, because it looked like Peggy was talking to a Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because he's the one asking her who she is when she goes, Captain Carter like it was a superhero name.
I will give the MCU credit for, slowly but surely. I give them credit for doing this after Loki.
Yeah.
Since it looks like Loki is really the thing that's kind of going, hey, there's a freaking multiverse. And then you have What If, where it's like, oh yeah, it's all kinds of shit. Sure, it's a plot hole when you follow the whole thing, because what the fuck were the Watchers watching before then, and you knew the Watchers existed because you saw Stan Lee talking to them.
Yeah.
Well, it's more that the casual, characters in the MCU didn't necessarily know it.
Yeah.
The viewer is discovering, quote unquote, this as the characters discovering.
Well, and they've already established in the books that you've got more than one watcher in the 616 universe because they watch different points of the universe.
Yeah, yeah. Uatu is just the one station on the moon.
Yeah. You established you got more than one of them in the MCU because Stan Lee's talking to like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because, for Rumor there, they kind of played around with that's what Stan was.
Yeah.
Because he popped up in so many universes. Which I thought would have been cool as shit.
Yeah.
Well, instead they just had him where he was talking to the Uatu.
Yeah.
So he may have still been the same character in every.
That's also now something that slightly perturbs me.
What's that?
I didn't see Stan Lee in this.
You'll probably end up with his picture in the background somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they say there's a Stan Lee picture in Loki, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you've had that in a few things.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes. I will not lie and act like I'm as jazzed for it as sometimes I am with the DC animation. Look like DC is still kicking their ass.
Well,
some of those trailers you look at and go, oh shit. And I ain't a huge fan of DC's characters. This one I watched and was kind of like,
well, DC did with their animated stuff what Marvel did with their live action stuff. They established a universe and, introduced this character and this character. And, oh, yeah, these 2 guys are in the same universe. And, oh, by the way, this what's it that they run in over here who's fighting so-and-so is in the same universe. And,
I'm just talking about just the look and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
The artwork tends to be good in the DC stuff. Yeah, I'm like Todd. I do not like this. What to me, this cell shaded stuff just looks like cheap CGI. I really don't care for it.
Yeah. Looking at it reminds me. Remember that first Incredible Hulk game, the one that came out with a Banner movie, back when they were doing all the kind of crap on the Xbox with the goofy cell shaded crap.
Yeah.
It looks like that. I just think,
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of cell shading. I mean, some stuff like Borderlands, they do a pretty good job with it, but
yeah,
something that's got its own style.
It looked like they spent all their budget in the voice and not enough in the look.
Yeah,
it's gotta look right. And
it's one I could easily see myself kind of picking and choosing which episodes I watch.
Yep.
Now, if Doctor Strange is a character that kind of runs through it and has a storyline, well, then I might end up sitting there and watching it all.
Like I said, is there a reality where I don't watch all of them? Probably. I'm probably watching all of them. Well, I like all of them, like we were talking about before we start recording. I ain't liked all of nothing that's come from Disney Plus yet. It's now some of them have caught me better than others, but if I was sitting there going, "Oh man, I really want," ain't been jazzed for one of them jokers now in a while.
I enjoyed WandaVision, but not as much as I enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm enjoying Loki because it's just twisted enough to go, okay, did not see that coming. But it still, I like Falcon and Winter Soldier better.
See, that's the trick with me is that one. Well, nothing in that one has surprised me yet. I just kind of exist in a big meh, and that's kind of what I'm like with this. What if? It's one of those kind of things where I hope it's like the book. I don't know if Disney's got the cojones to make it like the book, even if it's not. Of course, it's not going to be ridiculously bloody, but what ifs did not have happy endings a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, this is different. It was always, this is how this being different fucked up this universe. This is why your universe, aka the 616, things worked out better than here.
Yeah.
You know,
It was kind of to show that the 616 universe is just the universe where things always turn out lucky.
Right. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
they turn out better.
Because things will go dark real quick. A good example is the Venom suit. What if it had ended up on, what was it, the Hulk? Or
Well, hell, you had one was, what if Spider-Man never got rid of it? It ate it.
yeah,
It ate him. It ate Hulk. Hell, I want to say it was on Thor before they finally managed to kill the damn thing.
yeah,
Well, it aged Peter. It aged him to death. Yeah, it was there. Those books did not have, for the most part, happy endings. What if the X-Men lost Inferno, where you had Wolverine eating babies?
yeah,
And you had the Phoenix, basically, they fixed that one by having the Phoenix basically come and cleanse 90% of Earth's population to keep the living tribunal from destroying that reality. It was a lot of those books that, yeah, your characters died. I don't know if Disney got the balls to do something where, okay, well, it's the Guardians instead of the Avengers, and because of that, Loki takes over.
Yeah.
You know, the what if stuff, like I said, tended to be dark, and because it was a what if, they ain't killing people.
Yeah, one of the few issues that I can think of was the assistant editors month. What if, where basically you had, what if the Watcher was a Watcher watching another Watcher, or what if Luke Cage had the power of Thor, by the funky gleaming gates of Asgard. You know what I mean?
Well, the one I remember that was the assistant editors month was, what if Aunt May was a Herald of Galactus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Old oldie.
That's my favorite. I actually own a copy of that. I don't own a lot of what ifs, but I own a copy of that one. So
I actually have a copy of that one.
Where she actually fed Galactus a giant Twinkie.
Yep. But yeah, you had some good stories in the What If comic.
Yeah.
And, I hope they carry some of that over into this cartoon. Or at least if they come up with new stories and go, okay, this is in the What Ifs, but they carry on that same kind of quality that you sit there and you go, ooh, that's what's up.
My question is, are some of the realities you see in this going to be something that you see in the Doctor Strange flick?
Yeah. Now with Loki going, and you've got the showing that there is alternate timelines. Is this some of that'll bleed over into the Doctor Strange? That would be the best way they could handle it, but will they?
I mean, I don't mean the whole thing, but it would be neat if you saw something in a what if, and then you saw a live action version of it someplace else.
Yeah.
Not to stay, just enough for you to go, oh shit, that's such and such. And then you go,
just a sort of cameo Easter egg sort of thing. Yeah.
Yep. Because let's be honest, I think that's all Phase 4 is going to have for it. Cameos and Easter eggs.
Yep. They've already established that Spider-Man No Way Home will be full of cameos and Easter eggs.
Yep.
And,
But it's more multiverse. And like I said, that's kind of my only question with Loki. Is that going to be, is Loki going to do something that breaks shit? Because it gives you the distinct impression that shit's broke.
Yeah.
So did Loki break it, or is Wanda going to break it? But I'm pretty sure it gets broke.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing, not to get into like Loki spoilers, we'll say that for next week probably when the show wraps up. But with them with that group guarding that one particular timeline, that may be part of why so many people in that timeline aren't aware that they're all.
That's true.
And if Loki kind of blows all that up, then suddenly it may be suddenly you may be able to hop universes without having people show up and delete you.
That's true.
But yeah, like I said, there's a few of the episodes I'm kind of looking forward to.
Ones.
Hmm?
Which ones?
Like I said, Marvel Zombies. Truthfully, Howard the Duck. I just want to see what they're going to do with him.
If you
Not
hadn't caught it by now, Jason has a thing for Howard the Duck cameo.
Strangely, I'm not a fan of the character. It's just so out there that Disney's gonna actually do anything with him. That I just don't want to see it. And given that they've got Rocket Raccoon, he fits fine.
What if How the Duck took Rocket Raccoon's place in the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I could see that.
You wouldn't notice much of a difference, other than he probably wouldn't be the tech guy.
No.
He'd be another one of the hand-to-hand combatants, because Howard the Duck is the master of quacks.
He'd be the detective.
He was there at the final battle against Thanos when the Eternals were not. So
Yeah.
So he's more of a hero than they are.
Yep.
I'm figuring what they're going to say is the Eternals were there. They were just way off over on the other side of the
No,
battlefield.
they don't interfere.
Yeah. That's the
Until
whole thing.
now.
Oh, that's right. They
Yeah.
say they do not interfere. Yeah.
Howard the Duck was like, give me a gun. I've never been to this planet. Give me a gun.
I was in a cave. I was out of a cave. And then I saw Thanos being kind of a jerk. Let's kill him.
I want to know how desperate you gotta be to go, hey, you duck, come on. It's a fight.
Well, you had Cosmo the dog, too. It's like.
Cosmo got powers. Cosmo is a telepathic dog. He got powers.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck's a duck.
Howard the
Who
Duck
is a
was in
master
the
of quack
Collectors.
fu. That puts him at least on level with Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi's getting a movie. It's probably going to suck, but he's getting a movie.
It's how adamant he is about he's a master of quack fu.
Well,
for a guy that says
It's
he
the
doesn't
one
like
thing.
it.
It's the one thing he's got going for him, other than his villain. I would love to see Dr. Bong in a movie. I'll give you.
And no, it's not that kind of bong. He has a bell for a helmet.
Don't
And a
spoil it
clapper
for
for
people.
hands.
Let them get excited for their own reason.
Ooh, you got somebody getting hot? No. He's not hot. Then you see how he knows he's the master of quack fu? If you know anything about Howard the Duck, that's the one thing you know.
Well, I also know it becomes a juggernaut in the future, but
He is the undisputed master of quack fu.
because
Which
who on earth is going to dispute him?
Now I'm just curious if he just walked into a pond, beat the shit out of some ducks, and went, I'm the master at it. Walked
I also
out.
find it funny that Disney owns him now, because Disney either did sue or threatened to sue Marvel over it originally.
Yep.
Too similar to Donald.
Especially the way they originally drew him.
Mm-hmm.
They go out of their way these days to make sure he looks different when they draw him.
Yeah, because even down to his clothes when he originally popped up, he had the blue coat and the red tie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just have a big lit cigar in his mouth was like distinguishing factor. If you saw just his head, the cigar was the only thing that gave away who it was.
Yeah. Now they tend to put him in a brown suit.
Yeah. And his neck's longer and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tweaked him. Marvel was petty though at the time because you had one where you had a rat.
Yeah.
like a Skid Row Mickey.
We had one where he got turned into a rat and he's on the cover talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're getting way off in left field. We'll go ahead and kind of wrap up. So it sounds like all of us are at least mildly curious about this.
Yeah. I'll watch it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you watch a lot of bad movies on TV, so I'm not shocked there.
I'll probably find enough time to see if it's going to be a cohesive or a case by case story.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. If there's a running plot thread through it all, I'll watch it all. Otherwise, I'll probably kind of hit and miss, and well, do people say this one was any good?
Yeah, like I said, they put my favorite character in my least favorite. They put my favorite film's hero in my least favorite film's thing. So I'm kind of like, well, it's T'Challa, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Though at least he doesn't look like he's gonna be as goofy as Peter Quill.
Yeah, couldn't be.
This is true.
He'd have to smoke the heart-shaped herb to get that fucked up.
And remember, they're a warrior people. Even the kids.
Yeah, but the trick is, it depends on when they took him.
Yeah.
They took him at little. Yeah.
Yeah, because he probably won't have the heart-shaped herb if they took him that young.
No. That would be overkill, and make him better than the rest of his team. So,
But
yeah,
anyway,
we'll see.
I
How
guess
it
that's us on this. If you've seen the trailer, got an opinion on it, really any comments you want to pass along to us. If you're on YouTube, you can of course leave a comment below the video. You can contact us at thenerdeternal@gmail.com. We're at thenerdeternal.com if you want to keep up with everything we're doing. You can leave comments there too, but nobody. So if you enjoy the show, like, share, subscribe. You'd like, that helps us out. Leave a review. If you can help us out financially, you can go to our shop. We've got some merch, t-shirts and whatnot.
And handbags.
Surprise.
Yeah, you gotta
Coffee
mix that every time.
cups. Phone cases.
But anyway, I've been your host of the day, the experienced some call Jason, and with me has been
CDO 113, the droid you're looking for.
The token millennial, Tarky.
And the Todd Father.
and we will see y'all next time. Bye bye.
Peace.